Hey, what's going on, guys? Made it down or up to Colorado from New Mexico. We're here at the range. You can see everything here. Man, we've got 13 different rifles. We've got 6,000 rounds of ammo, various calibers. And we came to go prairie dog hunting. Jim from Colorado Airgun Enthusiast invited us down, and we invited Tay from the Airgun Podcast, and we came out here to beautiful southern Colorado to do some shooting. And right now, let me show you guys, we're at the range getting stuff set up. We've got 300 yards available back there behind us, and we're looking to get the guns sighted in, make sure that our zeros are what they're supposed to be before we get set up on the actual prairie dog town. And we should get several videos out of this one. This is probably going to be 3 separate accounts. You know, I'll have my version, Jim over at Colorado Airgun Enthusiast will have his version, and Tay from the Airgun Podcast probably have his version. So here is our setups. Well, this is only some of them. We still got some more in the truck. Some of these hold double. We've got several impacts, lots of FX rifles, some tuned for the hybrids, some tuned for the barn knockers. We got our target boy out there. He's running the target down. We got my homemade target that I made. That one right there. I welded those two things up.
My damn battery's dead on my rangefinder.
Oh, and we're finding some things that we forgot. We got some dead batteries. We got no memory cards. But this should be a good day trip. So I'll cut to the part where we're out shooting dogs in the fields. All right, we finally made it out to the Prairie Dog Center. Yesterday was kind of a bust. It was 20-mile-an-hour winds and gusting probably faster than that. And the town that we went to had been shot up by a bunch of guys with centerfire rifles. You can see casings all over the place where somebody stood there and basically blasted away at them. And all the shots were 300 yards plus. And that wouldn't be impossible with our setups, but with the wind it made it very difficult. So we're out on a new spot today. We're going to get set up. Tay and Jim are also going to get their gear set up. And hopefully we'll be able to bust some prairie dogs at this location and get some decent footage. Some of these, the field behind me is, we saw about 50 to 100 of them when we pulled up. As soon as we parked, they all ran and scattered, but I think if we stay here long enough, we'll be able to at least shoot a couple of them. So let's stay tuned and let's see what happens for the day. We give them 34 minutes of angle.
Yep.
We see one out there. He's a ways, and ranging stuff out on a prairie is difficult because any little rolling hill will prevent your rangefinder from getting an accurate distance measurement.
I think he's at 215.
215? Alright, let's see.
Yeah, 210, 215.
There he is. The Mirage is telling me left to right wind. Alright guys, we got a little break from the action. I got a chance to talk with Jim a little bit about some of the shots that we've been taking, and how long are the shots that you're taking?
I don't think we've taken anything less than like 220. I mean, they are out
close.
there.
I think he smoked 2 cottontails at like 20 yards,
yeah.
But other than that, it's 200 yards plus, and you know, the wind is more consistent today. As you guys can see from some of the scope cam footage, you can clearly see the Mirage, and been able to dope the wind a little bit easier that way. Less sighter shots, and been able to hit a couple of them with, you know, 1 shot. So it's been pretty fun. Definitely better than the other day. We had 20-mile-an-hour plus winds, and it was just impossible to shoot these distances. What kind of setup are you running? What caliber?
Man, I got my Impact MK2 30 cal. I've got you know, a bunch of upgrades on this. It's pretty much all Huma Air internals, both regulators. It is dual regulated, and Slug Power Kit. Shooting I got it tuned right now, shooting 50 grain VK at about 970, 980, somewhere right in there.
Yeah, that's plenty of power. I'm sure that's over 100 foot-pounds. I'll post the foot-pounds right here on the bottom so I don't murder it trying to guess it. But he's got a slick setup, man, and I'm using a 25 cal, shooting also varmint knockers, 34 grains at about 1,055 feet per second, and it's only about 83 foot-pounds, but it smokes these. I hit one at 244 yards, and it just dropped him. I hit him in the head or the neck. You guys have probably already seen from the slow motion footage, but man, it did a number on him, and it's been a lot of fun. It's fun to come out on a nice day like this. We're in the shade of an old barn on some private property. We got some permission to come out here, and we're shooting from this shade, and it's been a nice day so far. The wind's starting to kick up. We're up at probably 15-20 mile-an-hour gusts, and at these distances it makes it a little bit more difficult to make accurate shots and consistent shots. So we're going to wrap it up here. We wanted to gather everybody up and kind of just discuss some of the fun that we had. Tay, what kind of shots did you take?
You know, I took quite a few long shots. Again, the closest that I took was 120.
Nice.
Except for a rabbit that was at 2 yards.
Record close shot.
With the Avenger, but that was just a bad day for him. We were actually getting a rabbit out of the tube behind us that Dan took, and as we were trying to pull it out of there, we realized there was a second one.
And another one.
So took a no-scoper. But other than that, everything was far out, man. 200 yards plus.
Yep. I
smoked one with the Maverick Compact at about 150. And everything else was using the 30 cal M3, and you know, 200 yards was like pretty much our go-to spot. Other than that, they were further out. Nothing came in closer.
We could have pretty much zeroed the scopes at 200 yards. I think most Jim and I were shooting off of the pods, the BOG pods. He's got the death grip, and I've got a carbon fiber version. And we were shooting off in the same direction, and man, some of them were almost at 300 yards, and we got close to a couple of them. We definitely popped a few of them. You guys will definitely have to check out Jim's channel. He's got his scope cam footage coming up, and he busted one. What was that one you shot in the head?
Like 220, 230.
220, right in the head. 30 cal, 50 grain varmint knocker. You're using the Avenger 22 cal?
Yep, shooting the 22 grain varmint knockers. it's a beast. Although yesterday my best shot was using his Dream Tac with the 380 barrel in it, and offhand out of the bed of the truck at 102 yards.
Yeah, it's dropped a prairie dog with those little varmint knockers.
Shooting the same varmint knockers.
It's only shooting 770 feet per second out of the muzzle, and it's still expanded on the prairie dog at 100 yards. So those are definitely good slugs to use. Sure. But everybody, definitely check out everybody's version of the trip. I'll leave links in the description for each of their channel. Colorado Airgun Enthusiast with Jim, and you guys know Tay's Airgun Podcast. Go ahead and check them out, and their accounts will be up with this coming up soon. And you know, it's a slightly different perspective, but you'll see the scope cam footage from everybody. And we're about to walk out there now and see if we can range some of the long range kills. Some of them we know we dropped instantly, and we're gonna go see if we can find them and get a precise range of how far they were. But we had a good time, and thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for some more.